In order to print the charts, we need to visualize them on the bottom of our screen. How to do that? Go in the menu bar, View, Show on Bottom. We want to see Activity Usage Profile. Right now we don't see anything, but from the Display option we can choose to display Activity Usage Profile option. And here we can tell what options do we want. Do we want to display units or cost? We want cost. Do we want to display on the bars and curves labor, material, expenses? Actually, we want all of that. What bars and curves do we want? We want by date or cumulative. If you go by date, you will get a histogram that is a cost usage histogram. So in showing the bars and curves, we can show that for the baseline we did not create a baseline, so we want to see budgeted. And if we want to see by date, and let's change the color here into a gray color, okay, and I think here was something else by default. When you click apply, that's what you see. Apply OK. We are seeing the costs on a daily basis. You see, awarding the flooring contract happens in the same time with awarding the millwork contract, and this is called a histogram. Daily usage by a resource, in our case the cost, is called a daily histogram. And we can print this, okay, make sure that it is landscape, fit to one page, fit the time scale to one. In the header we want to put total budgeted cost, and underneath daily histogram, and in section 1 don't forget to change, and in the footer, in the revision box in section 3, don't forget to show submittal 1. Apply OK, and we are seeing the daily histogram of the total budgeted cost. This is submittal number 1, and save it to be submitted on Blackboard. Once you saved this in Adobe, we want to go back and let's go to the display options again, and activity usage. Let's see only the labor bars, and because they are labor bars, let's see them with a different color. I'll select an orange. So this is the budgeted labor cost, which should be different from what we saw in the previous chart, and we also want to see a cumulative. Let's apply OK. So when we see it cumulative, please notice that all the labor is around $60,000 from the beginning of the project until the end, which should be the same thing. Let me close this. Let me go back. See, budgeted labor cost is $60,900,000. So we want to print that too. In the header, this is in the middle, total budgeted labor cost, histogram and cumulative, because the curve, this one here, is the cumulative curve. This is submittal number 2. Now submittal number 3 will be similar. We want the material cost, so we go back, and instead of labor we want material expenses. Apply, and let's change the color so that we know that this is something different. So these are the material expenses, cumulative. You see they are above, it's a different scale, above 36, between 36 and 45. I'll close it for a second. Yes, my budgeted material costs totally for the entire project should be 40,500. Okay, so please change the title in here. This is total budgeted material cost, histogram and cumulative, and this is submittal number 3. Apply. Okay, save it in Adobe. So our final submittal will be again a total cumulative. So we want a total cumulative, and definitely we want a dark color. This is what we call in construction, in management, the S-curve. You see, it has a shape of an S because the way the budget starts, it's slowly and then it goes up and then it becomes slightly horizontal. So this one is called total budgeted cost, cumulative cost, and you call it in parentheses the S-curve slash cash flow. And this is submittal number 4. I'll save it in Adobe. These 4 submittals